All right, guys, so we have some big news. Check this out from Kabrutus. This was about 2 hours ago at exactly 7 a.m. my time. Sup, guys, DEIdetected.com. Website is now up. It is finally here. This is a huge milestone for me, and I have Pedro from Migas Brothers to thank for it. He and his team were the ones who took the project and made it happen. To kickstart it, I have added Pokemon Go to the list. GamerX really managed to mess up with that game, and of course, I couldn't let this pass without talking about it. I told you guys that I was just getting started. And yes, he did tell people that, and look at what we've got here. We've got a website for DEI Detected. We're going to take a look. I'm going to take you guys on a little bit of a tour of the website just to show you what we have to work with. And it looks like these guys already got DDoSed. He says, oh man, they've really been sending their best during the last hour. ROFL, requests through Cloudflare. So it looks like someone did try to DDoS. Total requests, 313.46K, cached requests, uncached requests. And it looks like they had a huge spike in activity. The people who are against Kabrutus and his ilk inside of the Sweet Baby Inc. Detected Discord, as well as defenders of Sweet Baby Inc., they were probably not very happy about this. Tried to get this website DDoSed, shut down, and it looks like they failed. I mean, it's only been up for an hour or two, and already people are trying to take this website down. That just goes to show how scared these people are and how over target this website is. So let's take a look at this website, and we're going to see a couple of Sweet Baby Inc. games in here that we're going to take a look at as well. But what you have here is the front page. So you have welcome to the DEI Detected website. You've got Kabrutus up there on the top left, a home, DEI Detected, DEI free. There's also a content creators tab up there that's crossed out. I'm not sure what they plan to do about that or what the intention is for it, but I'm sure we'll find out soon. But it says forced DEI is becoming unbearable on games. It's time to push back, vote with your wallet. And what they have down the center is a bunch of games. They've got several examples as well as some videos from Kabrutus's YouTube channel. At the bottom, they've got the join the community, the Twitter, subscribe on YouTube, Steam, social media. So they have all of their links that you will need to see where they are active at. And they also have the publishers on the right. So they've got Ubisoft, Fellow Traveler, Raw Fury. I see quite a few here. Niantic, they did mention they put Pokemon Go on the website. A Little Smarter, Kepler, Bandai Namco, Electronic Arts, Mimimi Games, Arc Games, Humble Games. So yeah, Finji Co-op, you got it all. And then when you click on something like, let's say, Electronic Arts, right? You click on Electronic Arts and it shows you what kind of games they have involved Sweet Baby Inc. in. And so this is an EA game called Zao, and Sweet Baby Inc. is apparently involved in this game. So when you click on this, it shows you Tales of Kanzera, Zao, Sweet Baby Inc. involved, mentioned on SBI's newsletter. And so they show you a link to the web archive showing this game off so that they don't give traffic to the Sweet Baby Inc. website. And of course, you can put the address into the browser and you can see what they've been doing with this game. From what I'm seeing here, it looks like they really tried to make this website as functional as possible. It doesn't have like incredible visual flair, not that it needs it or anything like that, but they definitely have useful functions that are important at the bottom. So for example, when I turn off my image here, publisher Electronic Arts, DEI consultants are Sweet Baby Inc. Now they don't have any links that you can click here to take you straight to their websites, but I've got you covered on that because you guys know that I love to dig. And it says conclusion DEI detected. I assume that if a game is listed on here and it doesn't have Sweet Baby Inc. involvement, then it's probably not going to say DEI detected. It might say DEI free. And they have tags at the bottom as well. If I take Play-Doh away from here for a second, Metroidvania, Adventure, Action. So it shows you what kind of game it is. The developer is Surgeon Studios. We're going to take a look at them. So Surgeon Studios, storytelling across film, TV, games, and platform. I actually read this website to see what they have going for it. I mean, it's a lot of jargon about, you know, revolutionizing the gaming industry and just telling the stories that they want to tell. It's actually not the worst website put together in the world. One thing that I noticed about this is that they're not just involved in video games. They seem to have been working on movies as well. They've got Zao on their front page. I mean, it's like the first thing that you see, but then they have a bunch of other projects like Wild Goat Surf, which was a film from 24, Essex Girls from 2023, Measure, Broken Crumbs. I mean, they've got some film history behind them. They make several mentions about their community. Their goal is to foster a community who supports not only the art we create, but also the artists behind it. And it says right here at the bottom on Illuminate, which you can't see unless I pull the screen over to you guys, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. Illuminate says, we're driven to explore unique perspectives in search of what makes us all human, and they say refusing to shy away from the issues that shape our world today, because that has so much to do with video games. Of course, in all fairness, they have been making movies as well, and it's only fair to suggest that they do have a little bit of an inkling of DEI because of the fact that they've involved Sweet Baby Inc. in their video game, so I can only imagine what kind of video game this is going to be. Now, what I really love about this website is that it has a search filter, so if you're needing anything specific, right on the left-hand side there, you can type in the publisher, developer, DEI consultant. Right now, they only have a couple because it's a brand new website, but you can type in GamerX or Sweet Baby Inc. I'm sure that list will grow over time. I mean, right here on Usual June, it says DEI detected before you even click on the page itself. So when you do, it shows that Usual June's publisher is Finji, DEI consultant Sweet Baby Inc., developers Finji, tags adventure, where to buy. So we do not share links to DEI invested games. That's what it says in the bottom left-hand side. So they do not post links to DEI games. That's very funny. And then I looked at the video for this. I mean, it got ratioed, seriously ratioed, 147 likes, 390 dislikes. And this came out 4 months ago, at least the GameSpot trailer for this, and it looks exactly how you would expect a DEI game to look. You know what's really interesting about this is that this art style is very similar to what you see in the Compulsion Games' new IP that is also Sweet Baby Inc. involved. They have that weird art style where it's like a stop motion character and then like a hyper stylized 60 frames per second background visual stuff going on. But you guys know me, you guys know that I love to dig into this stuff, so I had to see Finji Games. I had to see what they were all about. And color me surprised to find that everyone on this list, or at least it seems like most people that are working at this company, are all whites. They're all Caucasian. So it might actually make sense why they hired Sweet Baby Inc., although I don't think that they should have done that. But this is the kind of thing that these companies do when they feel that they're not going to represent a certain demographic properly. They hire people like Sweet Baby Inc. to help them understand Black people a little bit better, which is insane to me because you really don't need to do that. You just need to write your characters properly. You need to make them interesting and engaging for audiences before you start injecting a bunch of social politics into their personality, which should not even exist in a character. You shouldn't base a character's entire personality on real life social politics. I think that's just absurd to do because sometimes it can mean a total disaster for you and your company. I'm just so glad that a website like DEI Detected exists. I had to do a video on this because this could really change the game. I mean, if it's done right and they keep putting all of that information in there, they keep putting the gaming consulting agencies into the lists, and then they also put the games in there. I'm seriously hoping this thing takes off because already I've seen 2 games that I haven't seen before because of DEIdetected.com, including this one. I mean, you can tell right away they're pushing a bunch of tribal stuff. Who knows what kind of writing is in this game, but when Sweet Baby Inc. is involved, it's not good. I mean, they already apparently ruined another gaming company. They already did that recently. If you see this post from Hypnotic, it says right here, "We are saddened to learn that Shadow Gambit: The Cursed Crew is Mimimi's last game. We're incredibly proud to have helped bring this final voyage to shore by collaborating on the game's protagonist, Afia, with Matthias Kraut, Moritz Wagner, and the rest of the crew at Mimimi Games GmbH. Our collaboration helped make the world of the Cursed Caribbean feel more inclusive and representative." Yeah, how's that working out for you? Very happy to see that players have resonated the game as evidenced by its incredible reception. Yeah, the reception might be good, but the purchases are not, which is why the studio is apparently shutting down. Now, I read why this studio shut down. They said that it was because they weren't able to spend enough time with their families because the costs were too great and they didn't have enough time. I mean, their expenses were apparently piling up. It says the Mimimi team is amazing and deserves to land on their feet. We would be happy to connect folks in our network who are looking for talented developers with the studio. Send us a DM if you are interested. And I just think it's very interesting that Sweet Baby Inc. was involved with this game and now the studio is shutting down. We have seen this kind of thing before with Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League, which is probably one of the biggest gaming disasters in history. With less than 100 people playing the game, there's probably nobody playing that game now. And this is not something that is only exclusive to Sweet Baby Inc. involvement. I mean, when you have Black Girl Gamers consulting agency involved, involved in gaming studios, those studios get shut down as well. Because if you remember, the studio that was under Square Enix that made Forspoken, that game was a complete disaster. Nobody bought it, and that studio shut down too. But now, of course, there will be sweet baby defenders out there saying, it wasn't because of that. You have no idea what you're talking about. Just leave Sweet Baby Inc. alone. But it's very obvious that their involvement in these video games cause a bunch of internal chaos, and the costs just pile up for these video games, and then these people just can't make any money and their studios get shut down. And then Sweet Baby Inc. probably feels bad, and so they're online saying, hey, if you guys can give these guys a job, that would be great. It may or may not be our fault. We'll never tell you. So shout out to Hypnotic for covering that. I think that is very useful information. I honestly think that Kabrutus should take this post and just put it on the website. You know, put Shadow Gambit on there and that Sweet Baby Inc. was involved, DEI detected, and then maybe put on the bottom right of the photo, ruined by Sweet Baby Inc. But yeah, DEI detected. I mean, this is probably going to change the game, man. I'm super excited to see where this website goes. And of course, shout out to Kabrutus and his crew for putting this together. Congratulations to you guys. And I hope that this turns the tide and reaches more people so that they can all be aware of what's going on with video games, what kind of consulting agencies are involved in the development of these video games, so that they can make an informed decision and vote with their wallet. And by the way, don't forget why this all started, because an employee of Sweet Baby Inc. harassed and tried to get Kabrutus Rambo canceled after he merely created a Sweet Baby Inc. detected curator page on Steam. I can only imagine the cope, seethe, and rage that Chris Kindred and his ilk at Kotaku and The Verge and Sweet Baby Inc. are feeling right now. They are most likely very enraged. I cannot imagine. That's probably why this website got DDoSed. But in a lot of ways, Chris Kindred, we have you to thank for this, because if not for your rage-induced temper tantrum, we probably would not be able to do what we are doing right now. So big thanks to you, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you haven't had the chance to like it and share it with your friends, that would be awesome. And hey, if you're feeling ultra spicy, consider subscribing to my channel so that you're always up to date on what kind of thing I've got going on. I look forward to seeing you all in the next one. Later. Meow meow.